Okay, so here's a quick roundup of today, day one of my trip, Singapore to Penang, and then to Petaling Jaya, and then back to Singapore. Today I covered about 650 kilometers from Singapore to Taiping. Today, the ride was great. Started out really hot this morning. I had an amazing time this morning before it started to rain. Was a little bit stressful with the rain. It got a little bit irritating. I think the view just up to Malacca was, the usual, your oil palm plantations, your rubber plantations. And as we headed past Malacca into Seremban and KL and a little bit beyond that, it got a bit boring. But what I really, really enjoyed was once we went past Ipoh, we started going up the highlands, right? So the highlands were not just on my right anymore. They were kind of moving down towards the coast, and we were going right through it, and the view was great. The highlands on each side, you've got the cliff faces and the forest, and steam rising up from the forest. And I slowed down a little bit, just to sort of take it all in. I had my jazz playing in the background in my ear. I think towards the end of the ride, I got comfortable with the bike enough that there were occasions where traffic got bad, and I was quite comfortable lane splitting. Okay, I know I don't like. I tell people not to do that as much as I could, but I was kind of rushing for time because I didn't want to ride after the sun went down. Another cool thing that happened was after Ipoh, at the turnoff, which was for Taiping, we had to go through some small kampongs. That really took me back to when I was a child. Dad would drive through Malaysia and parts of this, and we see a little bit of that in Singapore. If you know Lat, L-A-T, Lat, the kampong boy, I used to read the comics, and there were always pictures of these atap houses on stilts, still some wooden houses on stilts in some of these places. They allowed me to park my bike in front of the hotel. Got the room. You saw the video that I made, and I just had to tidy it up a little bit and went for dinner. I didn't quite have lunch and had a very light breakfast, so I had chicken chop, and I was like, hey, the char kway teow looks pretty good, so I ordered char kway teow as well. A friend texted me and said, hey, are you enjoying this solo ride? And yes, I am. It's not because it's solo, but it's because I'm on a bike again, and it's been 6 years since I left Canada, where I had that big bike, and I would ride through the mountains and ride south on the highways, just enjoying the ride, enjoying the bike. I always wanted to do a very long ride. My dream with that bike in Canada, the Honda Shadow, was I thought maybe one day I could ride to Victoria Island and Vancouver, and maybe even Seattle and down to California. Never got to do it. I realized when I came back that I'm from this region, and I never traveled much this region. I never quite saw it. Up until I came back to Singapore in 2020, I had never been to Taiwan, Korea, Japan. I think since I got older and, crossed into my late 40s and 50s, I've been Taiwan. I went Taiwan Pride the first time. I went Japan twice. I went to Korea. I went to Seoul once. Of course, I went to Bangkok again. This year, I got even more traveling. I got this trip. I've always wanted to ride across the Penang Bridge. I think it's a beautiful piece of engineering, so I want to enjoy the view as I ride it. This is day one. I'm going to end it very happy. I'm a little bit tired, obviously, from riding all day. My butt's a little sore. I've had an excellent day. I'm looking forward to riding out of Taiping here tomorrow morning, heading into Penang Island, Pulau Penang, and Georgetown. I've got a ride planned in Penang, but more about that when I'm done with it. See ya.